Alright, so in this one, I want to go over the units I think should never Zenkai in this game. Yes, there are units that I think deserve it. There are units that I think will get it eventually. And I do think every unit in the game will eventually get it. But there are units I think just should never. Flat out. I made a video on this, 4 months ago, I think. And while I think some of it is still accurate, I do think how the game has changed and, all the stuff we know about, this upcoming thing in Dragon Ball Super, or this upcoming thing, like a movie coming out, and then, buffing the movie tag. I think this is alluding to a certain unit, and no, it's not Gohan. It gives more information on what actually shouldn't Zenkai, and what, really would break the game. So, just to scroll through so you guys can see the characters, everything, in between. I think a few of them are obvious. Obviously, I'm going to point out the obvious ones as the main culprits of why they shouldn't. But there are some units here that actually would be very scary that you probably wouldn't think about. That they Zenkai'd, they would change how PvP works. But to go over the obvious culprits, if you guys want to pause the video, try to guess who it is. Feel free. I guarantee someone will guess at least one of these characters. And you know what? If you guys guess it, congrats. I think it's very obvious one of these characters. But hey, to get into this and to really show who should not Zenkai. So number 1, right? This is number 1. This is in order. Just this guy alone. Purple Bojack. Purple Bojack should never Zenkai in Dragon Ball Legends. Now, if you didn't play when Purple Bojack came out, you don't know what Purple Bojack does. Now, let me explain to you what he does. Purple Bojack, Merciless Shield, restores his own health by 30% by 30% once 4 time counts elapsed from battle start. That's not it. This is it. Knocks back enemy to long range if a cover change is performed against their arts attack, and reduce the health of the switched out ally by 15%. This cannot cause the ally to be defeated. Any combo into a blue card. Let me explain this for those that didn't play. So, if you do an ultimate on somebody, he can swap in and say, no, I'll take 15% over that 70% that ultimate would have done. If you do a blue card on somebody, he'll say no. He'll say, I swap in, you take 15%, mister, that was going to take the damage anyways, instead of 50%. Now, to say, there is a lot of special cover change nullifying units like Gogeta Blue. A lot of units on their ultimate nullify special cover change. Evolution Blue Vegeta does it. A lot of units have this attribute of nullifying special cover change. But there are so many that don't. It's just, this guy would break everything. Movies is already strong, right? And you already have Purple and Rival Gohan. Just understand this. I'm going to give you guys this scenario. You run a Purple, Red, Revival Gohan, Bojack, and Red Bojack. You have Revival on the team. You have Red Bojack as a last man if you really want, because he has a good last man unit. The more allies dead, the more card draw he gets. He heals on his second main ability, all that. And he lowers sub count by 5 when they rush. Then this guy. So you have one unit who can basically make Revival Gohan take the rush every single time with Red Bojack. Then you have Purple Bojack, who can cover change into anything in the game, and combo into a blue card, and heals 30%, just by timer counts alone, passing. And then, he also gets buffs. If your Red Bojack somehow dies, he's going to get at least some damage buffs. His stats aren't even bad, so his damage actually is good. Critical, pretty low, but everything else here, he has bleed on strikes as well. He'd be crazy. Yeah, gets card draw speed on his green and his blast armor, right? Yep, blast armor, and it combos into anything. The main thing here is the cover change comboing into the blue card is the problem, right? Because you have Revival Gohan who could draw a blue card on his second main. You have card draw speed Revival Gohan, so you'll probably get it. The green card, you get card draw speed. And then you just have a lot of shit going on to where the opponent can't do anything. You have to, let's say you have no special cover changing nullifying units, right? Let's say you have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, and God Topo. And it's the beginning of the battle. You have no, Gogeta Blue-esque thing where it's instantly nullify special cover change. No, you have nothing. You have nothing like that. I can't tell you how many times I would predict someone to drop combo, and I wouldn't switch. Because everyone's going to try to drop combo. You see Purple Bojack Zenkai 7, you think, oh my god, well shit, this guy's going to cover change in. Drop combo, but then I predicted that they drop combo. Boom, I do my combo next. Because they drop combo, they had no vanish. My turn now. That is such a toxic scenario that could exist, and I do think it is scary. And by the way, most of these units are on the same tag. Because, again, I mentioned in the beginning, I'll mention it even more now. The 2022 movie of Dragon Ball Super is coming out, right? And if I were to guess, I would guess it's in the winter of obviously next year, but like the end of next year, like next winter. So in, a year from now and more change. They're going to buff movies. Movies is, in my opinion, number 3 in the game. Hybrids, then Saiyans, then in the movies. And I do think movies and Saiyans are like neck and neck like this. Like hybrids is all over here like fucking everything, but movies and Saiyans are right fucking there. Movies isn't done getting buffs. Like they're gonna get LFs. They're gonna get like a fucking Harutagon type. We're gonna get a Wrath of Dragon, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Dragon Fist, like LF. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get Ultras from movies. Like we're gonna get all these things. They're not done buffing this tag. You think just because Anniversary gave you like god tier movie units, they're done? Fuck no, they are not even close. This guy on top of all of that shit we're gonna get, because I promise you, we are getting a lot. Both games are doing this, Dokkan and Legends. They are buffing the absolute living shit out of movies. So people, when the movie drops, oh my god, I have this really good team, and now I can summon for this really good new broken unit that's from the new movie, and I'm hype because my dopamine is kicked off with watching the movie. I've seen these trailers, I've seen this, I've seen that, I got a team for it. Oh my god, I can make this new unit look like a crazy demon. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. And this guy would add to that pain. But another unit who is similar to somebody we have in the current meta, which I stand to not understand why he exists. But if I could find him down here, because he is definitely down here. Is he actually down here? I'll just sort by colors then. Purple. Yeah, another purple, by the way. It's a little trend with these units. Purple Janemba. Now, I understand defense type, right? You might think, oh, I shit talk defense types a lot. Yeah, this defense type ain't it. He ain't the one you're going to shit talk. Firstly, critical's high as fuck. 5,000 is crazy. Attacks are ass. He's a defense type. Defenses would probably be like 180, 190. Typical. But he is LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, just a defense type, right? Again, LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku is basically defense. This is what he does. Green card. Dimension Guard. Counter will activate upon enemy tap shot or blast darts while in fighting pose. Once the counter is activated, plus 20% strike damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about his damage, anything like that. Nothing else. But this. Tap blast. You play PvP. If you watch this video, you play PvP. You don't even know. Maybe you play PvE. You don't know how many times in this game. You can't count it because it happens so much. People will tap bait. And when you have tap baiters, and you have a fucking guy who counters tap baits, there isn't anything coming back from that. I understand maybe he wouldn't be the craziest offensive thing. He wouldn't do anything like absurdly broken. Like he has nothing. He is basic as fuck. For sure. But just allowing that to where you can do negative damage. Who cares? Who cares if you do negative damage? You still are getting a free combo off. You're getting your sub counts down. You're having reduction. Obviously, this guy's not as good as Bojack. But just the sheer essence of tap baits being enough to be like, you don't get to play. Nah, not your turn. It's my turn. Because you tap baited. Now, I'm pretty sure his main ability draws a green, right? Yeah, draws a green. And then, okay. Inflicting a card cost up is actually pretty nice. On strikes as well, because most units are strike-based that are pretty fucking good. Looking at Revival Gohan, Future Gohan, all of them. But to keep going here, and I don't think anything as broken as Bojack will appear on this. Like, I could name the typical standard guys of Yellow Movie Gohan, Purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, because they're literally Fat Boo, just better variants. Maybe they wouldn't be as good as him as Zenkai, because Fat Boo's the old Zenkai. They would be newer Zenkais, and they're pretty nerfed nowadays. But lock-in type Zenkais, you guys know the deal. They're going to be crazy. Yellow Movie Gohan especially because he has the quick animation green card and the lock-in. You know, he has no negatives really to him. But to go over just more generic shit, again, it's not because of himself. Baby, he's not that crazy. Normal shit. Defense are actually pretty fucking high for a support type, I'm going to be honest with you. Wow, that's really good. But the reason you would use Baby... Man, there's a lot of busted units, and, you know, nowadays we don't really have this crazy thing of one unit literally makes an entire team. Like, we have, like, Revival Gohan, FSK, but, like, they need each other to look as good as they do. Like, you need hybrids together to make hybrids look as broken as they do, right? You can't just run FSK on Sun Family. He's going to look like FSK on hybrids. He doesn't. Revival Gohan, he's not going to look like Revival Gohan without Future Gohan supporting him, or like a Goten supporting him, right? They all need cohesiveness. These units, like Purple Bojack, this Baby, and some other units I'm going to name, they don't give a fuck. 50% to allies' health restoration for 60 counts. Plus 40% to damage inflicted by ally tag GT or regen. And then I believe he has another unique that offers healing, does it not? Applies full effects to ally GT or regen. When this character is switched to standby, 10% to health restore and damage. On top of health restore, right? They don't need more than 10% health. No, they need damage on top of that. If you guys don't understand how cancerous this would be, I go back to when this guy dropped, right? I think it was like December of... after first anniversary, that December. This guy dropped with the Super Saiyan 4s. Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku was a regen unit. And then, when Fat Boo Zenkai dropped, yeah, this is what you saw. Fat Boo team heal. This guy, basically a team heal with giving health restore, 10% back, every single switch in and out. Then Android 21 with a lower sub count. Highest stats. I think, wait, did she? I think she had the highest stats in the game, Purple 21, when she dropped. And they all came at a similar-esque time. This was a meta of zero timer counts. Like, there's definitely teams like Saiyans that go zero timer counts, but they don't really do that much damage, right? You have Fat Boo, who's doing more to Saiyans. You have Baby doing more to Saiyans and hybrids, which is very, you know, prominent fucking tags. Then Purple Android 21, who was the highest statted unit in the entire game. So yeah, they did damage, but both teams would run regen, and it's like, okay, what the fuck do we do? This game was very, very, very cancerous when Super Baby 2 dropped. It was a very good banner, very good step up, probably one of the most valued step ups in the entire game, with having, I think Baby was shared upon both banners, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku had like a lot of newer sparkings on his, and then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta also had newer sparkings, but they weren't together. Only Baby was on both, so you had a lot of fucking babies to pull, and then Baby was the best one of everyone. Given you could argue Super Saiyan 4 Goku was right there, but Baby was like, Baby was 8. Like, you ran Baby, like, with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because Blue, Purple, Red was a thing, but then you could run, like, I don't know, some other red unit. You didn't really need Vegeta at that point, because you wanted more strike base, because you have strike base Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Baby is 1-1. You didn't really give a shit to have Vegeta at that time. But yeah, Baby was what Baby was, and I hope Baby never becomes what he was ever again, because he was really something. I do think there's another unit here that could be a slept-on unit. Now, this is more because balance changes, right? This Android 17, I actually think he's a menace. Now, to look at his stats, he's very old. He has balance changes is the reason I say this. Look, the last unit that had balance changes, that Zenkai, which, you know, if you don't know balance changes, basically it was buffs to units that were outdated. They buffed their stats up, maybe buffed their uniques by like a small, minute amount compared to Zenkai's, how they buffed them like a lot more. They increased their stats basically as the overarching theme. This guy had a few of them. I think he had 2. Maybe actually, I think he only had 1. And his stats are pretty good for what he is. You know, he is one of the newer units, or newer to the game when it dropped, units in the game. And being a defense type with a green card barrier that just kind of says, I don't have to really do anything, is very good. And it also offers effects for strike damage, which his strike really isn't the worst. I understand, yes, it's lower, but it's really not the worst. If they Zenkai and they just increase his strike stat, like, there's nothing really bad about this guy. I just think he'd be like a niche, very good option for like androids. I assume he's on powerful opponent, right? Because he is pretty fucking powerful. No, he's not a powerful opponent. Right? Fought Piccolo. All right, whatever. But I do think he'd actually be a niche option for a Zenkai there. But to go over like real niche options, because I do think they do exist. It's hard to say with full confidence, because I'm thinking like Heart Virus Goku, right? I'm thinking like Purple Cooler, right? Now, let me just example them, because I think they make sense in my logic, but maybe not in play. Heart Virus Goku, he's a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan effect occurs. You look at all these other Super Saiyans who are just pretty mediocre as Zenkais and or non-Zenkais, and just have released in the recent months / year since Bardock's Zenkai has been out. Well, I think Heart Virus Goku would be fucking phenomenal, really crazy, especially because he kills himself over time. I don't think he'd be the craziest thing in the world. I think they would, give him maybe 100% damage up. That's it. He would hit hard. He would kill himself, but he'd hit hard. I think he'd be like a self-nuke. We have Sidemen who nukes the opponent with the lock-in, which is actually crazy. Very good unit. Please farm up that green Sidemen. He's very good. If nobody else, farm up the green Sidemen. Very good. But this guy, I do think he could do okay if he did Zenkai. Again, it's more of a, what would they do with him, right? Because he's a good option. He's yellow. You only have Future Gohan as the other yellow you would run as a Super Saiyan unit. No, you're not running fucking Yellow Broly. Sorry. He's not going to be run on your team. He's ass. This guy would be better than Yellow Broly with the Zenkai. He can do crazy damage if they did Zenkai him and just gave him, you know what? Here, you get damage. You're killing yourself anyways. Just do your incredible damage. I do see that as a possible scenario. But the other man, I did a video on him the day before LF Frieza got his Zenkai, and I was like, this guy could be the next Zenkai. Holy fuck, was I close. He should have been the Zenkai. Let me explain why. Now, not because of movies, right? Fuck movies at that point. Powerful opponent, man. Oh my god. He could have just... Bro, this. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? After transformation. My bad. Right here. This. The flying effects occur after enemy attack is over. I know it's not, full powerful opponent. It's for LOE or movies, but LOE in movies is powerful opponent. 25% of damage inflicted by ally tag, LOE, or movies. Yes, that is familiar to you. Do you want to know why? Yellow Future Gohan has it. This guy, holy fuck, he should have been the Zenkai, man. I don't think LF Frieza is a bad Zenkai. I just think this... Just imagine, Red Bojack, this cooler, and Kid Buu. Holy fuck, powerful opponent is great. He doesn't even need to Zenkai. Let's say he Zenkai buff powerful opponent, for fuck's sake, just to be nice. He doesn't even need to do that. You have 2 defense types with a god tier damage dealer that can look... Well, actually, he doesn't get the support. But still, the team will work well, right? Because you have 2 defense types. With a god tier damage dealer, Kid Buu, and green cards to supply from this cooler. Bro, oh my god. And even to, say more movie-based. Red Bojack, this cooler, and LF Broly. Oh my god. You know how LF Broly looks pretty mediocre without Super Saiyan buffs? Your fix! This is like giving FSK his Future Gohan buffs from when he's hit. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. And that's what LF Broly could have got. And then they said, no! LF Frieza. Oh, on top of everything else, his stats are fucking wild for defense. Wild! He's a Future Gohan without cover change. Instead of cover change, he just tanks like a fucking juggernaut. This guy should have been the Zenkai, man. It hurts. It hurts. Because, God. Could have run such a fun fucking... Just look at the tag. Because really, I'm just down bad for this tag. Powerful opponent. Where the fuck is it? Just... Red Bojack. That full full power cooler, final form cooler, whatever. And then just look at these other units you could run. Movies or LOE. Just look. Just look. You'd have so many options for fucking good, fun, great teams. And they were like, no. LF Frieza. It's like, oh, man. But, nonetheless, to continue this and to go over the last few units, this EX Broly. Now, this EX Broly is still good nowadays, honestly. Stats, not bad. Probably the one of the first really good EX units. You know, we had that downfall of them with, you know, some of the other ones, not recent, but like some of the other ones, like kind of like the anniversary EXs actually, where they weren't great, they were okay. This guy, he was like EX Evil Boo level, and EX Evil Boo was like the best unit in the game, debatably, on release. This guy was like there. Like, he wasn't the best unit in the game, but he was like in a contention for it. If you don't know, he does more 2 Saiyans, 2 hybrids, 2 Gokus. And that's what matters. That's all that matters. Super Saiyan buffs, he came out before Bardock got his Zenkai, and that's it. That's literally all this guy's summary is. He does really good blast damage. He has a lock-in. Again, I've mentioned the lock-in type of thing, but this is a little bit different because it's an EX unit. He has lock-in for 3 timer counts, activates twice. Then he's going to do crazy damage to Saiyans, hybrids, or Gokus. Again, he's just a nuke. He is your secondary yellow option on a Super Saiyan team. Because again, you're not running the other yellow Broly. You're running this guy, or you're running Future Gohan, or you ain't running the yellow. That's how that works out. He still does crazy damage. Plus 25% to damage inflicted by allied yellow or blue. Again, Bardock does more damage. Yeah, this guy, he was just really great. Like, his blast damage was just off the charts. You would 2-shot characters. You just start a combo, do a strike with Bardock, catch them, boom, 2 blasts, dead. I'm pretty sure he draws a blast on entry, right? Does he not? Pretty sure he does. He doesn't. But he has card draw speed on main. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. He'll get the fucking blast anyways from his main. Then his blue card, nothing crazy. It's just normal blue card, green card. Could make his next blue card or blast card do crazy damage, but nothing absurd with that. Just decent stats. Very good stats, actually. Not decent. Very good stats. Wish he held 2 blast, but very good unit, who again could be a very phenomenal Zenkai, who even nowadays can still contend with the likes of very good units. Like, he really isn't like a bad unit. Like, that Broly is like one of the best aging EXs, and he's very simple, and his Z ability is 50% to yellow or blues, which is very fucking high. Very fucking high. Now we talked about her. Android 21. Look at her stats. Just to compare, Zenkai Cell has about 300k-ish, a little bit more. Blast Tech. Zenkai. Strike Attack on Android 21. 299,000. Defenses. 171, 173. Just to compare that to some Zenkais. Like, just to be realistic and compare it to some, like, let's say mediocre Zenkais, right? Good Zenkais at that point. You're a good Zenkai, right? You're not bad. Oh, 2k less. Okay. She has 2k less than Trunks. Let's say DKP. He's pretty good, right? Defenses. Oh, okay. Realistic, about 20k, but he has really high stats. Let's look at someone that's very good. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? He's really, really good. Oh! 10k. Let's look at like one of the best units in the game. Right? He has really high defense as this Goku. 10k. 10k. A non-Zenkai unit has 10k. I can't even fucking find her. 10k less defenses than a Zenkai unit. Yeah. Android 21. She would make Android's #1. You can't make her bad. Again, I've said this with her before. You can't make this Android 21 bad. Even if you give her nothing, and I mean fucking 0 on her new uniques or anything, her stat increase would make her, man, I don't know if I'd say top 5 unit in the game, but I would say a top 10 unit in the game. Like, actually, yeah, she'd be top 5. Because I just remembered this little thing here with Shorin's own sub count by 5 when his character switched to standby. Just understand that you have a setup that exists, and this is so cancerous to even think about. But it is a setup that does exist. You could run red, purple, purple, red Bojack, Revival Gohan, this 21. You have, Super Saiyan Goku bench, and then the other purple and red buffer bench, and then somebody that buffs movies and powerful opponent. I don't know. I think Green Cooler buffs both tags, right? Just have that. Then boom, you're set. You can't get rushed. You can't get rushed. She shortens her own sub count by 5, 3 times. Bojack shortens it when they rush. Guess who you can go to? Gohan. You have no negatives. You have literally no negatives with this fucking unit. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking wild. And then, if you paired her with Blue 21, she would look crazy. You don't need to pair her with Blue 21. She just amplifies 30 times fucking more with Blue 21. This Zenkai would be bonkers. Her Z ability is very good as well, with Android or Regen health, which is pretty fucking good. Zenkai ability would probably be Purple Girls or something to not bust her too much. But dude, she would... You don't have to look at anything in her unique to understand how crazy she'd be. Like, just look at this. Just look at this. Dude, her blast... Dude, look at her blast... 259k! Let me look at blast base units in this game. Like, new blast base units. I'm not even gonna, try to bullshit this, right? Range type units. Let's go to order received. 259k on her. Let's see Topo. New unit. Blast base. Let's look at the max. She's a strike unit who has almost higher stats than a 14-star new blast base unit. And this Topo is good. Very good. And she has that. Let's look at... I'll compare to an LF. An LF at 7 stars. You will not have this Vegeta at 7 stars. 9% of you do not have this Vegeta at 7 stars. Let's look at its blast stat. Now, given, she does not get uniques for blast damage. She doesn't. She gets strike damage uniques. But the sheer fact of higher stats... Is it higher at 14? Oh, higher stats than an LF new unit! Yeah, this... Android 21 would be, Oh, man. Woo! Getting a fucking headache even listening to that. Wow. She would be fucking wild. Holy shit. Wow. I did not really realize that till checking it. Like, I didn't even, pre-do this. Like, okay, this is gonna be like this. This is gonna be like that. Like, no. She would be Bojack's level. She would. But look at that. Goes up 30. Wait, how much? Oh, goes up 53,000. Wait, no. 53,000, yeah. 53,000 on strike. She goes up 38,000 on blast. She goes up 10 to 15k on defenses. And she even goes up in fucking critical. Of course she does. Why wouldn't she? She needs critical, right? With these stats, you need critical. Holy shit! Yeah, she'd be wild. All these fucking tags as well, dude. Woo! Yeah. I was going to talk about someone else. I was going to mention Red Janemba because he's the same thing as the Purple Janemba, just kind of more for taps and strikes. But, yeah, we're going to end it on that. Some... constellation units, Heat Dome Trunks would be pretty good because strike-based hybrids are very good. Strike-based Future is also very good. Not Evolution Blue. LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta would be pretty good. I think Red Kid Buu could be pretty nice. Fusion Android 13 could be pretty nice. Again, Green Bardock, the lock-in type unit. Hit could be pretty nice. Yellow, obviously. Purple does not fucking need it. And yeah, there's some other units, but holy shit, Android 21. You look like a menace. And yeah, she'd be top 5 in the game. What do you guys think of this list? Do you guys think it's accurate, inaccurate, or I am just spitting out some bullshit? Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.